Hello everybody, welcome to yet another YouTube video. Today I'm going to be filming a mini tutorial on how I achieved my pink cut crease look. So I'm going to start off with my eyebrows. A lot of you have asked how I do my eyebrows and I'm going to detail it. First, I frame the eyebrows. I just follow the natural shape of the eyebrows. As you can see, I frame that with a brown pencil. Any brown pencil will do. You just give them an outline, sort of like the shape that you'd like your brows. I then fill them in with light strokes, just very light, because you guys know that very intense brow is no longer it. So now we do something quite light. I then go in with Juvia's Place concealer in the shade 11, and I then highlight my brow. I like to do this on both sides of the brow. You do not have to do this on both sides. You can use a darker foundation on the top part, or you can use a darker concealer as well, but I prefer to use it this way. And it's also good to use this way if you're going to be doing the rest of your face. If you're not, you might want to use a concealer that's closer to your skin tone. So I then just frame my brows both at the top and at the bottom, making sure I follow the shape, and then I fade out or blend out the concealer so that it doesn't look so harsh. So all the time I'm making sure to blend my eyebrows with the pencil, with the spoolie, so that everybody looks the same. It looks like real eyebrows. I then move on to my eyeshadow now, and then I go in and use the Colourpop base in the shade Fair 00. It's a white shade, because I'm using, I wanted to do a really intense cut crease, so I decided to use white as my base. I'm going to blend that all over my eyelid, and after I've blended that out, I'm going to use the Colourpop Main Squeeze palette. I'm using the colors Red Bottom, Baywatch, Like It's Hot, Froze, and Big Gulp. Almost all of them, because I wanted to create like a nice pink look. I've realized that the palette comes off quite pink. It's supposed to, I bought it because I wanted reds, but it comes off quite pink on my skin tone. So I'm going to use Big Gulp, sorry about that. I'm going to use Big Gulp as the transition shade, and then I'm going to go in with Red Bottoms just on my crease now. I'm going to pack that in, make sure that's nice and intense, because that's the color that's just going to be above my crease line. Now I'm going to proceed and cut the crease. I'm going to use the same concealer that I used, the Colourpop in the shade Fair 00. And now I'm going to create my shape. Guys, it was a lot of work, because I've never really attempted to do this look on my eyes. I always prefer people with bigger eyelid space, and but a girl's gotta do what a girl's gotta do. This is what God blessed me with, and I'm gonna use it. So it took me quite a bit of time trying to shape my cut crease, but even if when you're doing it, if you make a mistake, don't you fret, don't you worry, just keep on shaping it and shaping it as best as you can. I'm gonna move on with peachy shimmers, Juicy Fruit and Baywatch, a little bit of Juicy Fruit and Baywatch. So I'm gonna pack that shimmer now onto where I've just put the concealer, and I'm going to pack that in. Shimmers are good to use even when they're slightly wet, so you can spray your brush with a little bit of Fix Plus, and then you go in on top of that. Make sure that base is not tacky, so you might want to powder it down first when you apply it, so that it doesn't mess up or make your shimmers look muddy. So your cut crease can look a little bit unstraight or whatever, but you just go in back and forth, keep on correcting it. I went in with Red Bottoms, my darker shade, just to make sure that line was nice and intense and as sharp as I wanted it to be. Now I move on to my face. I'm gonna use my all-time favorite primer. I've got dry skin, so it's really moisturizing. It's the Face Studio Prime from Maybelline, New York. I love it. It's got hyaluronic acid, all the good stuff for your dry skin. So Then I move on with the Huda Beauty foundation that is in the shade Nutmeg. I like this foundation. I like the finish of it, but what I don't like, guys, the smell. It smells like you're putting perfume on your skin, so I don't use it often. And it just messed up my top day just a little bit. But anyways, the show must continue. Yeah, so Nutmeg goes on a bit light, as you can see, but then it oxidizes and becomes quite dark. So you might want to think about that if you're purchasing anything from Huda Beauty. So it's quite a good foundation, great finish, good coverage, all the good stuff, but the scent, guys, yo. Okay, so I move on to highlight my face. I'm using shade number 11. That's the same shade that I used on my eyebrows. And then I'm going to be using shade number 4. These concealers are from Juvia's Place. They're quite thick and they're quite good, super packed with coverage, quite good for like dry skin, not oily skin, but thankfully I've got dry skin. If you've got oily skin, you might not want to use these because they're quite oily. So I'm going to set my face where I've highlighted. I'm going to use my favorite setting powder, and I'm just going to highlight the areas of my cheeks where I've highlighted. And so I go all the way on my forehead and my eyes. So you see now I've added a bit of green eyeliner on the bottom line of my eyes, and then I'm moving on to do my lips, and I'm using an Essence lip liner. It's called Miss You So Much, and I'm gonna top that up with the Ofra Cosmetics lip in nude potion, and then I'm gonna add Wet n Wild lip gloss on top, spray my whole face with the Fix Plus, and then voila, here's the finished look. And I hope that you like it. I'm just gonna be flexing a little bit. Just watch me flex, guys, till the end. I mean, it's lockdown. No one else will see my makeup. It's just you guys. Yeah, so I'm just gonna flex, show it off, and let me know what new things you'd like to see on this channel, guys. And thank you so much for watching. And I wish I had somewhere to go with this like nice look, but I didn't have any